Hey there, well if you've caught any of my latest videos, you might know that I've spent the past 4 days in Tallinn, Estonia. And on the last day of this visit to Tallinn, I joined an organized tour group that took a morning driving and walking tour to some of the local sites. Following that morning tour, I had a free afternoon to revisit some sites I had already seen and to find some places in the old town that I had missed. It was time to wrap up the Tallinn experience because tomorrow we would be leaving Estonia for a new country. I hadn't noticed the Great Guild Hall before, so I decided to take a quick look inside. The building now houses the Estonian History Museum. The Great Guild Hall was built in 1410 in the Gothic style and is considered one of the most distinguished buildings in medieval Tallinn. The market square and the town hall, built in 1404, are always worth another look. I climbed the steps to the top of that tower. That's in a separate video. I'll leave a link to it in the description. These wooden seating areas and planters are a new addition to the old town, Tallinn town square. I do remember being here before when all of this wasn't here, and it was difficult to just find a place to sit. But it looks like Tallinn has Project Green Tracks, which is intended to improve the urban space, and specifically the park in the town hall square. It looks like it lasts between June and September. I do know that in the wintertime there is a Christmas market here, so probably they take these temporary seating areas out and then install the Christmas market stalls.
Have a great day.
This evening, our tour group will be gathering together in this restaurant for dinner. So I decided to go check it out first. The old town is definitely a busier place in the afternoon than in the early mornings. Earlier on our walking tour, our local guide mentioned this place, Master's Courtyard, so I went to have a look. I took the opportunity to walk by the Russian embassy and read some of the signs of protest that people had left there. Under the watchful eye of the Polizzi. Katarina Guild is where you find some of the town's true master craftsmen and women. You're welcome to visit their studios to observe how they craft their fine leather, textiles, glass, jewelry, and ceramics. Exiting Katarina Guild into the courtyard, I came across the remains of St. Catherine's Church, dating from the 13th century. And a 14th century structure, St. Catherine's Church, is the grandest building of the Dominican friary founded by the Brethren in the second half of the 13th century. It says the portals dating from the 14th century and displaying artistic influences from northern Germany and Scandinavia are exceptional and noteworthy in the context of Estonian, but especially Tallinn sculpture. Medieval merchant's house. The records of the owners of this property date back to 1360. In the 15th century, the so-called father and son house with 1.5 gables was built facing the street. A large stoneware and dwelling house with a cargo hatch on the right, and a small building with a half-gable roof located over the gateway on the left. Bittergate, German clay gate, first mentioned by name in 1362, and the street linking it to the lower town marketplace received their German names due to their proximity to clay pits located nearby. Our tour guide pointed out one of the shops here that truly has authentic Estonian merchandise. As it became later in the afternoon, I decided to walk back to my hotel, just about a 20-minute walk from the old town. We'll be coming back to the old town for dinner tonight in the restaurant that I showed you earlier. So this has definitely been a full day. To get from the old town back to our hotel, just a short walk, part of it through this park, Tamsar Park. And on the walk back to the hotel, there were a few sights to see along the way. Namely, the Estonia Concert Hall, and beyond that, the National Opera House. On the way back to the hotel, I decided to cut through this modern shopping mall called Solaris, figuring that it would be an interesting contrast to the medieval old town we had just been walking through. I wanted to check out this Lido restaurant that our tour director had highly recommended, just for future reference. And quite honestly, it looked great. and just exit out the other side, and we're that closer to the hotel. Which we can see in the distance between the flags. And tomorrow, guess what? We leave for a different city in a different country.